Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh. Wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudhillalah wa man yudlilhu fala hadiyalah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli, amma ba'd. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, all praises be to Allah. We praise Him, we ask for His help, we ask for His forgiveness, we seek refuge with Allah for the wickedness of ourselves and from the badness of our deeds. Whoever been given by Allah guidance, then nobody can be misguided for him. Whoever misguided by Allah, then nobody can be a guide for him. I bear witness no God worthy to worship except Allah, only Him, no associate for Him. And I bear witness Muhammad, His messenger and His servant. O Allah, give good praise upon Muhammad and the family of Muhammad. And give good praise upon Abraham and the family of Abraham. O Allah, bless upon Muhammad and the family of Muhammad. And bless upon Abraham and the family of Abraham. Very you most worthy of praises and more exalted in glory. Today, inshallah, we continue with our topic. That is actually for the 43rd rule of Quranic rule. That is actually from the saying of Allah, is repeated like we mentioned before, 2 times in the Quran. One in Surah Al-Hashr, number 9, and Surah Al-Taghabun, number 16. That is actually the saying of Allah, وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ, whoever been prevented or protected from the stinginess of himself, his soul, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ, then they are those who are really successful. So we mentioned about the context of the rule when it came in that 2 surah, and also we go into the explanation of the meaning of shuh. What is the meaning of stinginess? Stinginess or bukhl. Actually, in Arabic, you have the many words for that. In English, I just get that one, stingy. I don't get any word. Do you know any other words? The same as stingy. Kedekut. Stingy, yeah. That's the one. That in Arabic, you have shuh, you have bukhl. Can be used. As we mentioned before, and actually the last we mentioned that all the commentator of the Quran, all the commentator of the Quran, they said about the second paragraph from below. Okay, that they said that the meaning of وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ, that they try to explain that the shuh or the stinginess, that should not take whatever from what Allah Ta'ala forbid, and don't stop anything that Allah Ta'ala told him to do, because the shuh, the bukhl or the stinginess will command the opposite what been commanded by Allah and His Prophet, because Allah Ta'ala is actually forbid from oppression and commanded with doing good. Fashuhu, then shuh or the stinginess is actually will command you to do oppression and to stop you from doing goodness. Okay. Yaqul Ibn Taymiyyah, last paragraph, page number 266, last paragraph. Wa yaqul Ibn Taymiyyah, and Ibn Taymiyyah said, Fashuhu, then shuh or stinginess, alladhi huwa shiddatu hirsin nafs, which is the 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 I said the soul, its desire to get more, that's so much. You know, you want to protect your right, not only your right, but you want the others to be yours. What belong to others, you want to be yours. That is the said as too much inside your soul, inside yourself. Because you like something that others have, you dream about it. It's not wrong. You have the desire. That's something that Allah Ta'ala put inside your soul. But wanting to get and doesn't want others to get it. That is the thing. Essentially, he said, Shiddatul hirsin nafs, the intensive of wanting or so much to think about your own self. Yujibul bukhl, it will direct you to bukhl, to stinginess. Biman'i ma huwa alayhi, by the person will stop to give away what is upon him. The obligation that he should do, he doesn't want to do. Because stinginess, you want everything for you, not to be with others. Because of that, you kept it for your own self. Wazulmu bi akhdi, and also to be oppressive, to oppress by taking the belonging of others. You want your belonging to not to go to others, and you want others to come to you. What belong to others to be yours. Wa yujibu qati'atar rahimi, it also will make you to cut the ties of rahim. Means that anybody have a relationship with you, by your relative, your brothers, your sisters, you will start to cut off because of stinginess. Such as your brothers, your sisters ask help from you. Can you help me? I have something to pay. One time, yes. Second time, third time. After that, you start, he's waiting from me. He's mooching from me, everything. So you start to feel, stinginess. The feeling will come. Even though if you give it, sometimes you don't lose anything. You know, what you have is more. But you give away is so little, but still you want not to give that to your own relative. Wajibul hasad, and also it will make you to have the enviness or jealousy inside your soul. Because you like it for you, you don't like it for others. Okay. Waqala fi mawdin akhar, second page. Waqala fi mawdin akhar, and Ibn Taymiyyah said in another place, in another of his writing, washuhu yakunu fi rajuli ma'al hirsi wa quwwati raghbati fil mal. And the shuh or the bukhl, the stinginess, will be inside the man. It will be along with gluttony, want to get everything, and quwwati raghbah fil mal, and the strong desire towards wealth or possession. The strong desire is inside you. And also along with al-bughd wa bughdin lil ghairi wa dhulmi lahu, to hate others and to oppress others. It doesn't come just the stinginess only. It will become along with so much wanting for your own self, and so desire to have strong desire towards possession, and also hating others and oppressing them. That is along, he said. Kama qala ta'ala, as being said by Allah Ta'ala in Surah Al-Ahzab, verse number 18 to 19. 18 to 19, Allah Ta'ala said in that two ayah, when Allah Ta'ala explaining about the group of people in Medina, from people that is actually known to have the characteristic of the hypocrites. Allah Ta'ala said about them in Surah Al-Ahzab, verse number 18 to 19. Allah Ta'ala said, Qad ya'lamullahu al-mu'awwiqina minkum. Allah already know the hinderers. The hinderers means that they hindered people from going to war with the Prophet. You know, the Prophet asked people to come with him to go to war. Then some of those people will say, why should you go? If you go, you will die. What will happen to your wife? What happened to your possession? What happened to your orchard? What happened to your animals? They start to say something about that. They hindered others from going. So Allah Ta'ala said, قَدْ يَعْلَمُ اللَّهُ الْمُعَوِّقِينَ مِنْكُمْ. Allah Ta'ala already know who is the one that stopping people from going with the Prophet ﷺ. وَالْقَائِلِينَ إِخْوَانِهِمْ. And those who said to their brothers, هَلُمْ إِلَيْنَا. Come with us. وَلَا يَأْتُونَ الْبَأْسَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They will not go to war except few times only. But they have that words. You don't know something about when you are inside a society. If something is good, by nature is good, commanded by Allah, having good result, or being told by the Prophet ﷺ, you don't want to do it, but don't become hinderers of others. Some people want to give charity. You say, don't give charity because they are syndicate. You know, I know that is there. There are some people who are along with the syndicate. But it is not your obligation to stop them from asking. It is from the government. For you, if somebody asks, you have it, give. You don't want to give, smile. Say good words. Don't repel them by your face, bad impression on your face. And also you reject them by saying lazy and everything. You don't give and you start to scold them. Even if you give and you scold them, all your charity will be rejected in the sight of Allah, will not be accepted. Like being said in Surah Al-Baqarah, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la tubtilu sadaqatikum bil manni wal adha. Oh, people have believed, don't you make it actually unaccepted. Your sadaqah charity by always mentioning about the goodness that you give to others. In Malay, you said ungkit, al-man, wal adha, and also hurting. You hurt the person by saying you don't want to give, don't hurt them. Then Allah said, qaulun ma'rufun, good saying, good words is better than sadaqah, any sadaqah, yatba'uha adha, that followed by any hurting from you. Hurting words. That in okay, in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 264. Al-Baqarah 264. So don't you invalidate your sadaqah bil manni wal adha, by keep on saying about it to the person that you give, and by hurting. Because good words is better than any sadaqah that followed by words that is actually hurting those people. Don't do that. So because of that, sometimes you don't want to give, or you have anything that you think about yourself. It's okay. You want to think about it, but don't hinder. But those people being said in this ayah, that they are hindering others from following the Prophet ﷺ to go to war. Then Allah said about them in ayah number 19, ashihatan alaikum, indisposed towards you, means they keep their possession, not giving anything to you. They don't want to give away charity. They don't want to follow, but they also stopping others, and they don't want to give anything. Ashihatan alaikum, so stingy towards you. Ashihatan alaikum. فَإِذَا جَاءَ الْخَوْفُ, and when fear comes, رَأَيْتَهُمْ يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَيْكَ تَدُورُ عَيْنُهُمْ كَالَّذِي يُغْشَى عَلَيْهِ مِنَ الْمَوْتِ. Fear comes to them. You see them looking at you. Their eyes revolving like one who been overcome by death. Like asking for pity for people. Show the fear in their face. Asking for help. If the danger came to you, then they will do that. But at the same time, فَإِذَا ذَهَبَ الْخَوْفُ. But when the fear departs, the fear, the threat from the enemy departs, suddenly you see them, salakukum bi al-sinatin hidadin. They will lash you with tongues that is so sharp. So sharp tongue. They're saying about you, saying this and that. Ashihatan alal khair. Indisposed towards any goodness. You don't give, you don't encourage, you don't want to go, but still you are actually complaining. This is society is so much. Even in our neighborhood, when you live, there are a few people like that. They like to complain, but nothing from them, goodness from them. They don't give, they don't support, but they always complain. Okay, Allah Ta'ala said about them, ashihatan alal khair, indisposed towards any goodness. Ulaika lam yu'minu. But this is the thing. When Allah Ta'ala told about these characters for the hypocrites in Medina, Allah Ta'ala declared that ulaika lam yu'minu. Those have not believed. They are those who have not believed. They are not believers. Allah Ta'ala claim for that. They are not believers. So the companion, by these traits or this character, they know who are the hypocrites. The hypocrites is not mentioned in Al-Quran or in the Hadith by names. By names not mentioned. But their character actually is so clear to the companion. So because of that, if this person say anything, they reserve whatever he said. Because they already know those people from the Quran, from the character from the Quran. Ulaika lam yu'minu. Those who are not believe. Fa'ahbatallahu a'malahum. Then Allah Ta'ala rendered their deeds. Allah Ta'ala drops every deed that they did before will be invalid. Allah Ta'ala make it invalid. Will not have any rewards in the sight of Allah. Wa kana dhalika 'ala Allahi yasira. And it is for Allah to do that is so easy. It's not something that is difficult for Allah to just do it for them like that. To give them what they deserve. They try to lie to the believers and the Prophet, then Allah Ta'ala give them back what they should get. So Allah Ta'ala drop every deeds they did is invalid in the sight of Allah. Yeah. You can know, but really, in the time of Prophet ﷺ, we know by names. Here, we just be careful about people like that. You don't call people hypocrites, because when you call hypocrites, means that you are already putting him in the hellfire's dwellers, in the group of the hellfire's occupant. Because the hypocrites in the Quran is known as non-believers. When you say that, totally. So you just be careful about them. Be careful about those who actually in your society, in your family, there are some like that. You cannot run away. It's actually in the time of the Prophet. He is the Prophet. The Quran is being sent down to him. Those people are around. How can you say that today, no hypocrites among us? You cannot say something like that. That means that it happened then, there, and then at the time of Prophet can happen here. Now, it's happening. You can see during the what happened to Gaza, people will show their original faces. What they say about I don't support this, I don't support that, I say this or say that. By their saying, you know. By their saying, you know who are they. But reserved, because sometimes in our times, we know that some of our friends, our family, they don't have the right knowledge. Because of that, we don't just point our finger to them. That is not the value of Islam. Even the time Prophet SAW, Umar bin Khattab, always his hand is on his sword. Whenever something happened, he said, Ya Rasulullah, da'li, let me, I chop off this hypocrite's head. That is the Umar bin Khattab, his character. His character is like that. But the thing is, the Prophet always tone him down, doesn't let him to go rampage upon anybody. That is the way you have to understand. So he said there, فَشُحُهُمْ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَعَلَى الْخَيْرِ. So their stinginess towards the believers and towards the goodness, يَتَضَمَّنُ كَرَاهِيَتُهُ وَبُغْضُهُ, is actually containing, the stinginess contain hatred toward the believers, and also dislike. They dislike the believers and they hate the believers. They contain inside that stinginess. So the stinginess doesn't come just the stinginess. It come along with hatred, and feel too much about your own self, doesn't think about others, but even hating the others. Sometimes you look at your neighbors, they got something. You should pray for goodness for them. They bought a new car. They bought a new curtain. Say, Barakallahu fiqh. May Allah Ta'ala bless upon whatever you bought. But that doesn't come. For some people say, I hate them. I hate her. I hate him. People get something you hate. Why? Why should you say something like that? Because in Islam, you always pray for goodness for anybody. Because the one who get it is your brother, your sister. If you don't have that feeling to be cheerful, to be happy whenever a Muslim, believers, got something good, achieve something, greatness in achievement, you should be happy, because even though it's not you, but your brother, your sister is getting that. You should not have that, I am supposed to get that. I don't like. That is actually the problem. Because it started with the character of stinginess in yourself. You liking goodness for your own self too much and doesn't want it to go to others. If you can share with others, then the stinginess will become lesser and lesser inside your heart. That is what the explanation that I want to give. He said here, وَبُغْضُ الْخَيْرِ يَأْمُرُ بِالشَّرِّ, and hating goodness will command you to do badness or evilness. وَبُغْضُ الْإِنسَانِ, hating other human being, يَأْمُرُ بِظُلْمِهِ وَقَطِيعَتِهِ, it will command you to oppress him and to cut ties with him. Kal hasadi, as envy, like the enviness or jealousy. فَإِنَ الْحَاسِدَ يَأْمُرُ حَاسِدُهُ بِظُلْمِ الْمَحْسُودِ, because the jealousy or the enviness inside a heart will told the envy person to oppress whoever he envied. Oppress. And also to cut off the tie between you and him. Like the story of two sons of Adam. The two sons of Adam in Surah Al-Ma'idah. If you look into it, in Surah Al-Ma'idah, the ayah number, Ibnai, 27 until 32. 27 until 32. 27 Ma'idah until 32. You can look at the story. We heard the story about Cain and Abel. But in the Quran, it didn't say about their dispute is because of marriage. The one Habil and Qabil, this one want to marry his own sister. This one doesn't want to give, and that being said. But in the Quran and Sunnah, it's not being said why the reason. The reason being mentioned in that ayah only that because one is being accepted, his sacrifice, the other one is not being accepted. Because of that, he envy his brother. He said, "La aqtulannak, I will kill you." So that is starting. You like the goodness for your own self too much and hating the thing to go to others. Because you envy others, you hate others, it's become you to not letting that person to get any goodness. Do you want to ask?
Okay, for example, when we are doing a project, we have partners, okay, and then we do more, and our partners do very little, then we feel calculative. Is that considered part of this? We feel calculative, okay, we don't want to be close to you anymore, something like that.
That is the thing. Actually, likewise, when we inside Al-Khadim, everybody is doing his work. Our media team is doing his work. We, the Asatidah, doing our work. You know, sometimes, maybe some people say, why that Ustaz being paid more? That's the thing. Sometimes, you should accept. This is one thing that being mentioned in the Don't Be Sad. You know, the book of Ayat Korni, our yesterday class. Sheikh say continuing for the book. Actually, when he's not here, I or Ustaz Zaki will take over. But from that book, if you really look into it, one of the things that making you to become happy and always smile and doesn't have any feeling towards your brothers or your sisters or your partner is actually, you know that anything happen is preordained by Allah. Your risk, your provision is not being stopped by him or him or him. If you understand that, you'll smile. Because nobody can stop your provision. Your risk from Allah, nobody can stop it. If you get that, what you get, that is yours. If you don't get, it's not yours. You don't look around. That is the person that's stopping my provision. That is the thing that. So you don't have any discomfort feeling towards others, even your partners, because you said it's okay. Because Allah Ta'ala giving that. If in the future, you must make the rules or the agreement more strict. Say that this is the part. Okay, whatever past is past, that is yours. Okay, for the next project, this is our new agreement. Do that. Because maybe you want to encourage your partner to be active, but you should not feel that whatever being bestowed upon you and him, from whatever Allah Ta'ala give, you should not say that, why should he get more? Do say something like that. Because actually, that is the starting for everything. So you should not have that feeling. Because like being said, what is yours is yours. Nobody can stop it. If you start to think that I should get more, that is stinginess, the shock. Liking goodness for your own self. Because whatever you get, is it enough? Sometimes you say, it is enough. And more. But only that, I don't think he deserves that. You know, about deserving something. I remember Dr. Bilal Phillips, when he came to Malaysia a few years ago, when I was in Yayasan Taklim. So the talk was at Telecom Malaysia. So when about his talk, he said about the purpose of life. So when he explained about the purpose of life, he touched a little about the preordained or predestiny, what is being written by Allah for us. So one of the audience, non-Muslim, non-Malays, stood up during Q&A and asked him, how could you say that everything is preordained? He said, my fate is in my hand. That person said something like that. So whatever I do, I should get it. He didn't do, he should not get. So Dr. Bilal, when he want to explain, He said, if you say that a person that the most hardworking person should be the most rich person in the world, in this world, then the most hardworking person are the farmers. Can you see the farmers? Either in rubber plantation or even in paddy field, they are the most, the sweat from their bodies, and they doesn't have, they cannot have holidays or break, because if they break, they have holidays, then nothing will be planted, or no rubber will be taken from the tree, So they cannot stop today, tomorrow, after that, and after that. They are the most people that actually is sweating. But the question is, are the farmers the richest person in our country? No. So he said that those persons are willingly working, but Allah Ta'ala made for the farmers their love towards the plant. When seeing the plant grow, it's so satisfying. If Allah Ta'ala take that feeling from them, they will stop from planting. And what will happen to you? We, in other part, who are not being passionate about the plant, you don't care. You plant a mango tree in front of your house, you let it there. Few years, it doesn't bear any fruit, you cut it off, you change. That is your passion. But for the farmers, they try to save the tree. What should be done? Any fertilizer? What should be put there for the fruit to become better? They actually like that. The thing is being put inside their heart. Because of that, they can bear the burden of going every day, waking up after Fajar. Before Fajar. For those who do cutting the rubber tree, they have to wake up early because they want to collect the rubber by noon. If they cut the rubber tree at 10 p.m., they will not get anything during noon. So how can they eat? So those people are so hardworking. But in the other side, Dr. Bilal said, a person being born into a rich family, how could they deserve what they get? They just sitting there, all the allowance from their father is actually coming to them. Are you saying that he deserves, that person doesn't deserve? So it is predestined by Allah. If you can have that feeling, you look at others, what being given, that is what Allah Ta'ala preordained for them. What is given to you is what Allah Ta'ala preordained for you. You can smile, nothing being. Then you can have a big heart to share, to doesn't care about who will be richer. You don't have that feeling. But if you don't have, if your feeling is like he doesn't deserve it, that the words. He doesn't do the work, he doesn't deserve it, then that is a starting point. If you want to make him better for the next project, this is the thing that must be done by you. You don't do it, we'll cut all the allowance. For doing the letter, to go to the minister, to go to meeting. So put everything in detail. Then only you can say that you are cutting all the fees or all your part, because you're not doing your part. This is your payment. That is fair. But for the feeling without, sometimes this feeling between human is not being said. You don't say to your partner, because you say you will hurt him. But that feeling inside your heart is hurting you. Unless you have the good feeling that Allah Ta'ala bestow upon you, then you'll be, Alhamdulillah, this is mine. Whatever he get, this is his. It's not about a competition. You don't compete. You share each other. Even though, like I said, he doesn't deserve it. But still, you don't make an action like that. Because that feeling, you should, every time this type of feeling came to you, try to say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Every time. Because that is the whisper from the shaitan. Everything is good. everything is going well, suddenly that feeling start to come. We'll cut off the ties between you and your partner, between you and your friend. Even if your partner is your family, you will cut them off. So every time this type of feeling come to you, you say, A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. That is the best protection. The other thing is actually you discuss with others like you are discussing right now. You have to have the correct feeling or intention. If anything that doesn't follow Quran and Sunnah, we keep it away. Okay. So is that here? Like the two sons of Adam, Kai ibnai Adam, wa ikhwati Yusuf, and also the brothers of Joseph, Yusuf alayhi salam. You can read inside the Surah to Yusuf that their brother said they envy why Yusuf is being loved by his father more than them. It's not, they get everything. Only they said the attention that being given by their parents or their father towards Yusuf is more. Sometimes this thing, even in our family, when you look at your mother, actually, pampering your youngest brother or the last brother in your family, in your siblings, that feeling is normal. I said normal. You will say this is not just mom will always look at him and everything. That feeling is a norm. But the problem is you have to shut it away, because your first obligatory after Allah is to please your mother, please your father. So if your father and your mother happy, then you don't care anything else. But the problem is you are concerned about your own happiness over your father and your mother's happiness. That is the problem. Father-in-law? Actually, in father-in-law, that's the other problem. Because in some cases, the father-in-law is loving the son-in-law more than his son, his children. That is the other thing. Or between the in-laws. You have brother-in-law, your sister-in-law have her husband. So inside that family, few men become the son-in-laws for that family. But the father is actually loving this one more than the other one. Maybe because this one is Ustaz, that one is not Ustaz. Sometimes it appears so, so visible. If the others come back, he doesn't buy anything. But if this one come back, he will start to buy what he like to eat. Seriously. This thing sometimes is so visible. So visible. That being said, for us that looking towards this, what is the thing that making our father-in-law, mother-in-law happy? Because sometimes the elders, this is one of the thing that some of us or many of us doesn't realize. When your father-in-law or your own father or your mother-in-law, they reaching the old age, after 50, 60 years of old, they start to think like children. They are not like, you don't reason with them. Seriously, you don't reason with them. You don't say that why he doesn't understand. Actually, I am having this type of conversation with a few of my friends. When he said, my father-in-law is like this. My father-in-law is like this. I said, how old is he? I asked, how old is your father-in-law? Or how old is your father? Then he said, he is 60, 70 years old. I said, that is norm. For a person when they reach the old age, they start to become like children again. Whatever they want, they will ask. You don't give it, they cry. Right now, if your child say to you, I don't like you, you don't care. Seriously. When you are young, your children said, I don't love you, I hate you, it's okay. But if your child said to you when you are old, after 50, after 60 years old, try to say something like that. You are sulking. You start to sulk and don't want to eat, don't want to look at anybody. Serious. It's happening. Sometimes we forgot about this. Because of that, Allah said in the Quran about doing good to your parents. Allah said what? Imma yablughanna indakal kibara ahaduhuma. If the old age arrive at one of them. Aw kilahima, or the two of them. Fala taqul lahuma uff. Don't say to them even Don't say even like that. Because in their young age, they don't care what you say. The parents like that. But at the old age, it's different. So the thing is, whenever you compare yourself to the elders, try to think about that. Their sensitivity at the old age is not like when they are at young age. So because of that, whatever making them happy, just smile. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes that's the thing. When you distance yourself because your mother is loving your younger brother more than you, you distance yourself, sulking, going away. But this is only something that is actually can be done if your brother and sister is your sibling is a little, 3, 4, is okay. You can do that and they will realize it. But if you, like me, in 14 brothers and sisters, you sulking, nobody realize it until 3 days. Until 3 days. You run away and climb a tree, stay at that tree, they will not search for you. Because too many inside the house. After 3 days, where's your brother? After 3 days. So sometimes it's actually, now for me, it's a personal story. I actually having that feeling towards my mother, when my younger brother, being preferred. Actually, he getting whatever he want. A bicycle, he just asked, my father will buy. I doesn't have a bicycle. Okay, so at that time, without the good understanding, I feel envy. Jealousy came to me. But now, right now, if my mother actually doing that, I will smile, I will help her. What do you want to give to my brother? I will give for you. Because making them happy is more important than making your own self happy. If you understand that, then the envy will go away. If not, you will start to say, even once, one of the sister, she said that my mother, Ustaz, whenever I came, she always say bad words. Mencarut and everything. So should I distance myself from her? I said no. But, it's a toxic environment. I said no. Even one time she said, I should take care of my mother's feeling. But my mother is not taking care of my daughter's feeling. I said, why? What are you saying? So I said, in the end, I said, sister, tell me everything bad about your mother, you will not win. In front of me, you will not win. Ever, I said. I will not make you victorious upon your mother. Whatever you say. Because one thing, I said, you don't remember that your mother already age. Her age is making her to say something and doesn't care. We are sitting with our brothers like this, our younger brothers, our friend. Nobody will start to, fart in front of anybody, pass wind in front of anybody. If you sit with the elders, they will, and doesn't care. I'm sitting with I said, okay, this is it's new. Along with your friend, nobody will do it, seriously. But you sit with the elders. Can you see that? They are like the child. Our children, they pass away, then they smile. The elders will do that. You don't do that in front of your brother and sister, in front of your friend. So it's different. I said, your mother already aged, so you have to take care of her feeling. That is your goal. Make her happy, cherish her life, make you hurt comfort, because you fight with your brothers and your sisters, your sibling, they will feel hurt. They doesn't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They will call their others to help. Once before happened things like this inside the house. The children, the son, is actually hating their sister-in-law and start to say bad things. And the mother called me and said to me, I don't know what to do. She said to cry. And what will happen after I die? What will happen to them? I don't know. So I called the brother. I called the son, and I advised them. Your mother reaching that age, you should concern about their feeling first, then whatever you dissatisfied. Whatever you dissatisfied about your sister-in-law, it's not for you to do that in front of her. Making her feel good, feel happy, that is your goal, I said. So Alhamdulillah, after what I said, and the mother said, Alhamdulillah, now they are actually talking to each other, not fighting, because the children, the son, actually listening to me. When I said something, they listen. So this is one thing. The feeling is, as I said, a norm. To have jealousy, to envy others for what they get, is just, it is actually something that you cannot avoid. But the way is for you to understand that is from Allah. You were born white, the one black. You don't say, why he's black, I'm white. You don't say something like that. You just, this is what Allah Ta'ala have, give away for you and for others. So accept it, then you feel happy. If you're not accepting that, then there's problem there. You cannot move on. You always stuck to that point. Okay? He said there, وَلَعَلَّكَ لَهَسْتَ إِرْتِبَاطَ هَذِهِ الْقَاعِدَةِ في سورة الحشر والتغابن بموضع المال. Maybe you did notice the relationship of this rule, this Quranic rule that we are taking today, from last week, in Surah Al-Hashr and in Surah Al-Taghabun. وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ, whoever is protected by Allah from the stinginess of his soul, فَأُولَٰئِكَ مُفْلِحُونَ. That this rule is related to the topic of wealth or possession. Wealth or possession. لأنه والله أعلم, because it is, and Allah Ta'ala knows best, هو أظهر ما يتضح فيه خلق الشح, because it is the higher, the most clear that will reveal in it, in your possession, in your wealth, the character of stinginess. You can see from there. From other thing, maybe it's not visible. From your wealth, you can see that. وَإِنْ كَانَ شُهُ لَا يَنْحَسِرُ بِالْمَالِ. Even though that the word stinginess, to have everything for yourself, is not only on the topic of possession. Can be from rank or position in your position inside your company. Can be your position inside your society, like an ustaz, want everybody to listen to him. Don't listen to others, listen to me. That is stinginess also. You should not have that feeling, because sometimes things that you can teach others, but you cannot. The other ustaz can teach other topic for them. So let them learn. Don't stop people from learning. That's because you want everybody to follow you. Follow me, don't follow others. That's the other part. Because of that, the stinginess is not only from the topic of wealth or possession. It can be from others. وَمِنْ أَمْثِلَةِ التَّطْبِيقِيَّةِ الَّتِي تُوضِحُ مَعْنَى هَذِهِ الْقَاعِدَةِ. From among the examples, the practical examples that will clear up or explain the meaning of this rule, allati nahnu bi sadril hadith anha, that we are actually in main of the topic about talking about it. Number 1, ma waddahathu ayatul hashri, what being explained by the ayatul hashri. Number 9, minan naqbatil azimati, from among the best characters that allati madahallahu bil ansar, that Allah Ta'ala praise the people of Ansar. Alladina fatahu buyutahum, that they opened their houses. Wasuduna, and their heart for their li ikhwanihim minal muhajirin, for their brothers from among the muhajirin, the immigrant from Mecca. Radallahu anhum ajma'in, may Allah Ta'ala please with them, all of them. Ragma qillati dhati yadi kathirin minhum, even though whatever in their hand is so little, the lackness of what in their hand, most of them is not rich. There are rich people among them, but not all of them. Allahu alam. Then the Prophet ﷺ, when he pairs between the Muhajirin and Ansar, he actually choosing the rich one with the rich one. Because Wallahu alam, the rich person have what many to give. But the rich person from Mecca doesn't want to depend on others. So the Prophet pairs them through their characters. But the thing is, the Ansar that are poor, who are poor, also like that. Also opening their houses, opening their heart to others. Even some of them putting their brothers, immigrant brothers, on the top floor, and they are staying on the ground floor. Why? Because they said if we stay upstairs, then our dust, the soil and everything will come onto you. Actually, because they doesn't have this type of ceiling. You know, the ceiling of the Arabs houses traditionally, how they do it? Okay, they will put big woods. They use the woods at first, and after that they will put straws of maybe from the wheat or any tree, and after that they put sand, and then after that they put or the opposite, they put big stone, and after that sand on it. So surely when you are staying upstairs, the one downstairs will feel all the crumble of the sand will come onto you. When we were in Yemen, one of the houses that we ran, you know, the top floor, it doesn't have any second floor, it's just one floor, but the top of the house is actually the same, like I said, roots, and after that, big stone, small stone, sand. So happened, a cat went up and dig a little of the sand. So when rain came, you know, it's pouring mud inside the house. Because the cat opening one of the part, if the thing is there like that, just like that, it's okay. But when the cat scratch a little, then everything pouring down like a big, you know, all of it. The soil is actually coming down. So that's the way. So the Ansar, some of them have 2 stories house. They will stay downstairs to make their brothers who migrate to them become easy, doesn't feel anything, in leisure, you know, feeling, not being thinking about my house is Mecca, it's not like this, giving away like just like that. Not only the rich, even the poor one. They say actually, hasbuka bihadil madhil ilahiyah. It is enough for you, this praising from Allah. This divine praising from Allah is enough for you. Minal alimil khabir, from the one who's all-knowing, who's most knowing and all-knowing. Alladhi ya'lamu tanakkuhu an-nufus, that know the trembling of the soul. You know, whatever inside the soul, you don't know, but Allah knows. Then he said, the Surah Al-Hajj, number 9, وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ, and those who prepared dar, the place for reside, and iman, belief, min qablihim, before the muhajirin. يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ, they love whoever migrate to them. They're loving people who migrate to them. وَلَا يَجِدُونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَةً مِمَّا أُوتُوا, and they don't have anything they want for whatever they give it away. You don't give thing and you wanting something back. No, they don't want. مِمَّا أُوتُوا وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ, and they making others, prioritize others upon their own self. Prioritize the muhajirin upon their own self. Walau kana bihim khasasa, even though they have, they are inside, with them there are difficulties. They are having difficulties. Their life is not that really rich, but they're still doing that. وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ, then Allah said, whoever been protected from the stinginess of his soul, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ, they are the one that who actually be successful. فَتَأَمَّلْ, then look carefully. هَذِي الْعَمَلْ قَلْبِيَّةِ, that Allah mentioned in that ayah, all of it is the deeds of the heart. The deeds of the heart. Allati kashafaha rabbuna anhum, that Allah reveal it to us. Allah is the one that reveal. We don't know, because from the side of giving, helping, you can have that doubt about the person helping you or smiling at you must be doing something. You can have that feeling. But this, what happened to Ansar, Allah reveal everything. None from whatever they give, they don't do anything. They love whoever migrate to them. This is all in the heart. Nobody knows about that. Allah is the one that knows. Allah reveal it to us. وَهِيَ كُلُّهَا تَدُلُّ عَلَى سَلَامَتِهِمْ, and all of it is showing that the Ansar is really safe from the stinginess of their own soul. They are safe. How do you know? Allah revealed that. If not, you will not know. Because you will always, he want, what is one? Like the Malay people said, ada udang sebalik batu. They are prawn behind the rock. Because for them, nobody will give it for free. But Allah Ta'ala told us, the Ansar is giving everything for free. For free. Allah is the one that revealed. Okay. The thing that Allah Ta'ala revealed, Alif, Amal awal, from among the deeds that they did, that Allah Ta'ala revealed, Yuhibbun, they love. Man min sya'nil qaba'ili an yataharraju minal ladina yuhajiruna ila diyarihim limudayaqatihim, because it is among the normal matter for any tribes. They feel discomfort from those who migrate to their home, because those people will take their space. Like we today, when the immigrant came to Malaysia, somebody say about, the social problem will happen like this and like that. The Rohingyas, the Indonesian, the Bangladeshi. You will listen to many will say something like that. Nobody is loving others. But the Ansar, they don't have that. It's not about they really need others to come to Medina. They have their own system. Even Abdullah bin Ubay, Abdullah bin Ubay, the head of hypocrites in Medina, Usaid bin Khudair, one of the 12 person that first give oath to the Prophet ﷺ, Bay'atul Aqabah, first Bay'atul Aqabah, from among the chief of the Ansar. He said, when Abdullah bin Ubay start to make people to hate each other and clashing between the Muhajirin and Ansar, Usaid bin Khudair comfort the Prophet by saying, "Oh, Messenger of Allah, if you didn't come to Medina, that guy, Abdullah bin Ubay, he would have become our king. But you came and we divert our attention from him to you. That's why, because he feel that he being robbed from his possession. So because of that, O Prophet Allah, please be patient with him." Usaid bin Khudair said something like that. So that guy is actually, they have the systems. So they doesn't need, and the people of Medina, they have their own orchard of dates. They have their own system. So they don't need others to come to teach them. But Allah Ta'ala make the love towards Islam, the words they love toward the Prophet, making them opening everything. Doesn't have any intention. We will dislike. If Singapore suddenly, sunk into the ocean, how many of you want to open his house to take them? Your brothers, your sisters. How many? Muslims. We don't say about the non-Muslim, the Muslim first. How many will open their house? That is the thing. Something that actually, for the people of Medina, something is so amazed. That you ask me where they came from. Where they came from. I say from Yemen. Because the people of Yemen is actually like that. They have so simple life. That's the thing that related to them. So that's first one. The Allah reveal about their love towards the immigrant. Wa amal amalu thani, and the second deeds, the inner deeds, not the what that you see, what inside their heart. Fa fi qawlihi ta'ala, is inside what being said by Allah, wala yajiduna fi sudurihim hajatan mimma utu. They don't have any desire, any needs to whatever they give. They don't wait for reward for whatever they give. It's for Allah. It doesn't care. Just give it like that. And you know that the Ansar, when they accepted the Prophet ﷺ, they opened for all the Arabs to wage war upon them. All the Arabs. Something that, you will not take Osama bin Laden to Malaysia. Surely, nobody will take Osama bin Laden to Malaysia because the war will be taken to you. When the people of Medina took the Prophet from Mecca to Medina, they are actually opening war upon themselves. Something that is actually, you said, what do they want? What do they want? You are not making profit. By material life, you are not making profit. By taking the Prophet to Medina, profit is not there. But war, hatred will become upon them. But they don't care. Because Allah said, inside their heart, wala yajiduna fi sudurihim hajatan mimma utu. They don't have any desire, any needs. Whatever they give others, they don't want any payback. لأنها لو كانت موجودة لأدركوها في نفوسهم. Because if it is there inside their heart, they will find it in their self, in their own self. It will be revealed clearly. Even you can see that when after the death of the Prophet ﷺ, some of the most of the Medina people, they gathered in Saqifah Bani Sa'idah. They start to choose their leaders from among the Ansar. So at that time, only Umar, Abu Bakar, and one more Sahaba from Muhajirin came to that place. The Abu Bakar was chosen is not being organized by anybody. He was chosen randomly because Abu Bakar came there to stop them from making a decision about who will become the leaders in Medina. Just to stop them. Not yet. Because the Prophet died on Monday morning. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the Prophet being buried. So within that time, Abu Bakar, Umar, and one more tried to stop them. While they came to the Medina people, to the Ansar, you know what they say? Minkum Amir wa minna Amir. You have your leaders, we have our leaders. At that time. Because originally, yes. Because the Ansar already have their own leaders. So, Umar said something, Abu Bakar said something. Then within that commotion, Umar took the hand of Abu Bakar and do the bay'ah, the oath. Just like that. Suddenly everybody is following. You know what being said by the Ansar? They said, if the Prophet pleased with him as our Imam in our prayer, in our salat, how could not we accept him as our leader in our country? Our Imam in our life. So they all are the one that the first to give oath to Abu Bakar. Loyalty and oath to Abu Bakar. And after that, the Muhajirin followed. So you can see that if they really have that, stinginess or liking goodness for their own self, they will not give to Abu Bakr, surely. Without any fault, because they are gathering Abu Bakr, Umar, and another one, 3 person inside the gathering of Ansar. By their saying, everybody is following the 3. You think about it, it's so impossible, so impossible. Because maybe because they took the Prophet ﷺ, if they have that feeling, then it will reveal at that time. But Allah Ta'ala said they don't have any feeling. They don't have any feeling to get something of what they already gave. Jim, C, amalu thalithu, and the third deeds of their heart, fahwal ithar. They have prioritized others. Ithar means you prioritize others upon yourself. To make others before you. That is ithar. Wa huwa tarjihu syai' ala ghairihi min makramatin aw manfaatin. That is actually to choose strongly about something upon others by the nobleness, or something that is actually nobleness, the goodness for you. You say, please brother, go first. Or any goodness, any benefit, you put others before you, that is called as ithar. Wa ma'na, and the meaning, yu'thiruna ala anfusihim fi dhalika ikhtiyara minhum, that they preferred others, they prioritize others upon their own self, by their own choice, not by force, not by threat, not being threatened by Allah. Whoever doesn't do this, you are being thrown into the hellfire. No, they're doing it by their own self. Wal khasasa shiddatul ihtiyaj. Dire needs. You need something, but you prioritize others. The need is there, but you prioritize others upon that. So he said here, fahal turidu namudajan lam tasma'id dunya bimithlih. Don't you want to listen to the examples, to the character that never been heard in the world the same as it is. Tadabbar fi hadhil mawqif alladhi rawahu lana al-Imam Bukhari. Then look carefully into this position, this situation that being narrated to us by Imam Bukhari in his Sahih. Min hadith Anas, from the hadith of Anas bin Malik. Qala, he said, Qadima alain Abdurrahman bin Auf. Anas is one of the Ansar, because he is from the Ansar, not from the Muhajirin. He said, came to us Abdurrahman bin Auf. Wa akha Rasulullah SAW bainahu wa baina Sa'ad bin Rabi'. Then the Prophet SAW made him to become brother with Sa'ad bin Rabi'. Pair him with Sa'ad bin Rabi'. Wa kana kathirul mal. And Sa'ad bin Rabi' is having so much possession. His wealth, so wealthy. Faqala Sa'ad. Then Sa'ad said, Qad alimatil ansaru. The Ansar already knew. Anni min akthariha malan. I am from among the most of them from possession. Nobody is richer than me. Sa'uqsimu mali baini wa bainaka shatrain. I will divide my possession into 2. Between me and you, you had half, and I'll take half. Who will want to share their possession? Half and half. You will not give your own brother, Even your own father, you will not be that. You will not give your father. If your father is not that rich. Allah. Sometimes it's hurt me to see some people, they are so, success in their life, having many wealth. But when we go to their parents' house, the grandfather or the father, nothing is there. I don't know, maybe they said that my father like this type of house. Wallahu alam. But prepare some air condition or anything to your father. Why shouldn't you do that? I don't know why. Because to share with your own father, some people cannot do that. Your own mother, you cannot do that. You don't have that feeling to share it among. This one, how could you share with strangers? A stranger came from Mecca. And then Sa'ad said, take half. I will take half. Wali imra'atan, and I have 2 wives. 2 wives. Fanzur a'jabahuma ilaika fa'utalliquha. Then look which one of those wife that you like. He doesn't say take the second one or the first one. No. He said, look at my wife, whoever most, mesmerizing to you. Hatta idha hallat tazawwajtaha. And after she finished her iddah, you marry her. You marry her. You can imagine somebody do that. So, but in the other side, the muhajirin is not opportunist. If you have somebody to give and give, you will take everything. Like the Israel, the Israeli or the Zionist people that stayed in Palestine. They came as a migrant, they take over everything. This one is actually the one being given. But say what Abdurrahman said. Abdurrahman bin Auf said, Barakallahu laka fi ahlika. May Allah Ta'ala bless you in your family. Or in some of the narration, in your possession and your family. Dalluni ala suq. Show me to the market. Show me to the market. He didn't take what being offered by his brother. He just said, show me the suq. I want to go to the market. Fata'ammal hadha sakha an-nadir. Look at this generousness is so rare generousness. Wal ithar al-azim, and prioritize, great prioritization upon his own self. Wallahi, by Allah, law kana al-mawqifu yahki tanazuluhu an juz'in yasir. By Allah, if the story is for him, for Abdurrahman, for Sa'ad bin Rabi' to just step down from a part, not half, from a part of his possession, lakana shahamatan wa nubla. It is enough to become something that being told all the history. The people will say that this guy is so generous, so noble. Just part, maybe 10%. No, he said half. If just a part of it is enough to become something that is noble and to being said as generous. فَكَيْفَ هُوَ يَتَنَازَلْ عَنْ شَطْرِ مَالِهِ. And how can he step down from half of his possession? بَلْ وَيُعْرِضُ عَلَيْهِ فِرَاقَ إِحْدَى زَوْجَتَيْهِ. He even offered for him to let go one of his wife. Ayu nufusin hadi. What is the soul that is like this? Can you imagine a soul like this? It's so rare. Ainal muttali'un al-akhbar al-umam. Where is those who searching for the history of all the nation? La ya'tuna bi amsali haula'i rijal. Come, show us whoever is like those people of the companion of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Tilmidi madrasati Muhammadin, the students of the school of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They didn't get that much time. The Ansar, if you look carefully, the time between the offering that they gave and they embrace Islam is so short. Because the Bay'atul Aqabah, the first one and the second one, is just 1 or 2 years before the migration. The migration is just 2 or 3 years before the Bay'ah. They embrace Islam during 11 or 12, and they ask for the people of Mecca to come during the year of 13 Hijrah. And when the people come, they offered, 1 year, 2 years, not us. We are Muslim, born Muslim. Born Muslim, 45 years Muslim. 60 years Muslim. Those people are being Muslim for 2 or 3 years. And they are offering something like that. This is the greatness of the teaching of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number 2, from among the practicals of this implementation of this rule, the saying of Allah, وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ, whoever been protected from the stinginess of his soul, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ, they are those who are successful. Ma dzakarallahu ta'ala fi hali khawfil mar'ati min nusyuzi zawjiha is what is among the thing that we mentioned when a woman afraid that they turn away of her husband. The husband don't want dislike her, doesn't want to be with her anymore. Wa tarafu anha, and his feeling that doesn't look at her anymore. Wa adami raghbatihi fiha, he doesn't like her anymore. Fal ahsanu, and the best, wal hal hadi, while the condition is like that, ayuslaha bainahuma sulha, that they must reconcile between them, make a truth between them, with a truth, sulha. Bi antas mahal mar'atu an ba'di huquqiha al-lazimati li zawjiha, so that the woman letting go some of her right that is a must to her husband. Means that you keep me, like being said by Sauda, keep me as your wife, but my day will be given to Aisha. She know that thing. So you know the thing about polygamy in Malaysia or in any other part of the world. Some people say that I doesn't oppose it, but I will not accept my husband to marry another woman. That this thing, the lightest, not to go against the sunnah, not to bashing about the topic. So he said, I accept, Ustaz, I agree with whatever you say, but I don't want it for my husband. That is the lightest thing to be said. But here, he said here, ala wajhi tabaqa ma'a zawjiha, upon some situation that she remain with her husband. Fahiya khairu min al-furqati. Then in these things we mentioned, it is better than she being separated from the husband. It is better to be in a marriage life is better than to be separated, because a woman in a marriage life, she can get all the rewards just because of the husband is pleased with him. She can enter the paradise. She can go into the paradise whichever door she wants, just because of her husband. He have a husband, then it's easier for her to achieve paradise, a higher rank of paradise. It's different between the one that doesn't have husband and the one that having husband. Because of that, Allah Ta'ala is giving the option. The better option is not to be separated. But whatever Allah Ta'ala want to happen to us, we accept. But this is what Allah Ta'ala recommended to us. He said here, Qala was-sulhu khair. To make the truth and to reconcile, it is better. ثم ذكر المانع بقوله ذكر المانع بقوله. Then Allah Ta'ala mentioned what is the thing that will stop the wife from letting go of her rights. He said, وَأُحْضِرَتِ الْأَنفُسُ الشُّحَّ, and the soul will be coming to it the stinginess. The feeling of stinginess. Now, it's not about we actually want to promote, but sometimes some women, we say that I don't like my husband to marry another woman, but when the husband is always with her, she will say, "Can you go away? I have my me time. I will have my time, my space." She doesn't want to be to entertain the husband all the time, but at the same time, she doesn't want the husband to go anywhere else to entertain himself, even if actually the husband marry another woman. So the thing is, that is the stinginess. You like him for yourself at the time that you like, but at the time that you don't like, you want him to go away. Can you go away? It's something that happens, serious. When I talk about this thing, this is the thing that Allah said, the soul is being given for the stinginess. It is there. Okay? Ay julibatin nufus ala syuh. That being naturally, the soul is upon the stinginess. Wa adamu raghbati fi badli ma ala al-insan. This is actually the not wanting, the desire of not wanting to give away. وَالْحِرْصَ عَلَى الْحَقِّ الَّذِي لَهُ, and so desperate or wanting whatever the right for you. فَالنُّفُوسُ مَجْبُولَةٌ عَلَى ذَلِكَ بِطَبِيعَتِهَا. So the soul is actually being being created by Allah, naturally is like that. That is what inside your feeling. وَالْمَعْنَى أَنَّهُ يَنْبَغِي لَكُمْ, and the meaning that is actually يَنْبَغِي لَكُمْ أَنْ تَحْرِسُوا عَلَى قَلْءِ هَذَا الْخُلُقِ الدَّنِيء. It is obligated among you. You have to take away that feeling. You know, like I said, inside your workspace, inside your company, inside everything, there will be the enviness, jealousy, wanting all the spotlight on you. There will be there. But to take away that feeling, that not really good feeling, dani min nufusikum, is supposed to be done. وَتَسْتَبْدِلُونَ بِهِ بِالسَّمَاحَةِ. Then you should replace it with tolerancy. Intolerant. You say it's okay to let go of some of your right, just because to make sure that you still be in your marriage life. وَبَذْلُ الْحَقِّ الَّذِي عَلَيْكَ. That is actually to give away the rights that is actually upon you. وَالْإِقْتِنَاء بِبَعْدِ الْحَقِّ الَّذِي لَكَ. And you actually feel satisfied with whatever you get from the right. That is actually to give and take. You know, for the husband to just divorce you and go away, he doesn't hurt. He doesn't have any problem about that. You know, he can find and everything. Go away. Even by lefting the children with you, he smile. You know, I pay, you care of the children, but the husband will go away. He doesn't have anything, because woman by nature will be oppressed with this situation. So Allah Ta'ala is giving the best solution. So letting go some of your right. It's the same like I said, when you are siblings, when your parent like one of your sibling, your brother or sister, you let go of your right just because to please your mother, please your father. It's because it's not wrong for you to stand up for your right. But the problem is, will make situation being separated. Everybody will start to hate each other. So the best, you tolerantly say, it's okay, let go. I let go of my right because I want to please my father and my mother. The same happened, right? About the husband and the wife. It's the same. Okay? Okay. فَمَتَى وَفِقَ الْإِنسَانُ لِهَذَا الْخُلُقِ الْحَسَنِ. And whenever a human is being corrected or being put to become like this by Allah, tawfiq, is something that Allah Ta'ala will make for you. You by yourself can try, but maybe you fail. Because your heart is not in your hand. It's between the fingers of Allah. Allah Ta'ala will turn it over however He like. Because of that, the Prophet always supplicate to Allah, Ya muqallibal qulub, thabit qalbi ala dini. Oh, the one that turning over all the hearts, make my heart firm on your religion. Because you cannot make your heart to turn the other way. Okay. Whenever Allah Ta'ala make tawfiq, give tawfiq for this manners or this akhlaq, this good akhlaq, then sahula hina izin alaihi sulhu bainahu baina khusmihi wa mu'amilihi. It actually become easy for a person to make a truth or to reconcile between him and whoever have animosity towards him, or anybody that he doing thing with. No, whoever it is, it become easy because Allah Ta'ala has taken away that bad feeling inside your heart. بخلاف من لم يجتهد في إزالة الشح من نفسه. It is different or totally different from whoever doesn't do the effort to take away, to wash away the stinginess from himself. فإنه يعسر عليه الصلح والموافقة. Then it's so hard for him to reconcile or to make a truth and to agree with others. Because it doesn't say, I don't want to look at the face. Some people actually not the look at the face. Even the shoes. You know, you came to Al-Khadim, this is my enemy's shoes. He go back just because of the shoes. Why? Could you just meet and smile? May Allah Ta'ala make your heart become better. But the problem is, the animosity for some people is so much. So how can you be having a truth or reconcile your relationship with others if your heart is like that? لأنه لا يرضيه إلا جميع ماله, because he will not please except with all his possession. ولا يرضي أن يؤدي ما عليه, and he doesn't want to give away whatever is upon him. فإن كان خصمه مثله اشتد الأمر, and if his enemy is like him, then the problem will become more and more. No reconciliation will happen. Okay, the third one, the last one, ومن تطبيقات هذه القاعدة, and from among the practical or implementation of this rule, ومن يوق شح نفسه, whoever being protected by the stinginess of his soul, فأولئك هم المفلحون, then those are the people who are successful. ما أثنى الله به على أهل الإيثار, is what Allah Ta'ala praise with it upon the people who prioritize others upon himself, preferred others upon himself. From among the Ansar, وَمَنْ وَافَقَهُمْ فِي هَذَا الْخُلُقِ الْعَظِيمِ, and whoever is like the Ansar, the same as the Ansar in these great manners. Alladhi antabarahu Ibn Qayyim, that being said by Ibn Qayyim, ahadu madarij salikin, is one of the steps. You know, you want to go to Allah, you want to go near to Allah. One of the steps that you must have inside your heart is to prefer others upon yourself. Like we mentioned before, accept paradise. Other than that, let go. I before you, take. You know, the car come to you from the highway, you want to go to the toilet, somebody cutting your line. It's okay. Just let go. Give away to others. It's okay. You don't lose anything. Just one 5 meters before you. It's okay. I know that it is bad to empowering those people to do something like that. They must be taught to become more polite. But the problem is, it is between you and Allah. Whatever the person is between him and Allah. You actually want to take care of your heart. Because if you continuously, not giving, not the charity, the money you can give, but the parking spot or everything you cannot give. Fighting about the first parking spot. Something is actually so wrong. Even while we are staying, I did mention about this. If you are in housing estate, when your neighbor parking in front of your house, you start to feel you are not using that. You have only one car, but you start to feel, why is my neighbor 5 cm entering 5 cm entering your house? You actually just let go about it. But the thing is, like I said, the feeling between you and your neighbor must be true. You must take a step by, like, if you and your neighbor start to giving each other, then the feeling will fade away. I remember that when my daughter's Akikah, we have a neighbor. This neighbor, I thought he was somebody like a lawyer, but in the end I know that he's a contractor for TNB. Because my neighbor, there's this contractor for TNB that told me that there's a contractor for TNB. His car was so much. He have a Jaguar, Alphard, and everything, so much. So he will park in front of our house. We are not using that spot. Seriously, it's not in front. On the other side, because my house, actually in front of my house is a gazebo and also a water tank, a Shabas water tank, big tank. So we are not facing other house. So those people actually putting cars in front of our house. At first something is there inside our heart. Why? You're putting there. But when the Akikah of my daughter, I go to in front of all the neighbors. I invite them. I go to this fella, Indian fella. I said, brother, we are having akikah for my daughter. Come, we are slaughtering a goat or a sheep, not cow. He said even cow is okay. At the time I was laughing because he said it's okay. But when he came, talked to me and everything, after that day, I don't have any feeling about his car in front of my house. Seriously, shaitan is actually whispering to me too much. Before that, we don't have. You look at the car and you start to say, what this fella is doing. But after, he came and talked and start to fade away. That feeling fading away. It's something that actually, that like we said, sometimes you not giving. Like I said, if actually you let them, it's okay. You don't lose anything. But what?
Sometimes we have a neighbor who competing with us.
I know.
So how do you, like, let's say we have eye contact.
Okay. Start by you buy some fruits, give to them. The Prophet said, tahadu, tahabu. Try to give other gift, and you will start to love each other. Actually, I did that to my neighbor. Actually, my neighbor is a non-Muslim. He has a dog, 2 dogs, I think. He actually released the dog at the gazebo, running around, peeing, pooping. So by the law of the community, he's not supposed to do that. He must take the dog outside. Anyway, he did that. I don't care. But my family start to say, oh, what happened? What to this? We do a complaint to MBSA, nothing happened. So in the end, I stopped. When he was actually taking the dog, running and jumping at that place, I said, brother, can I say something to you? He said, I said, you should not do this. Because it's against our rule. Then he showed a plastic bag. He said, I kutip I pick the poop of my dog. I collect it. I said, but you don't collect the pee. You don't collect the pee. And he's silent. Doesn't say anything. Then I said, be respectful to others. Others will respect you. And I go away. Starting from that point, he actually hating me. He hate me. I know because during our PKP, my neighbor opened a pool. So Aisha go there and swim with the neighbor's children. So at that time, this neighbor take a basket or a big basin of fruit from his orchard. He give to my neighbor in front of me and doesn't look at me. Then I said, oh, he doesn't like me. Okay. But Qadarullah, the PKP or MCO being prolonged, so we have the Adil Fitri, we cannot go out. So I bought a jelly, drinks, and start to give to neighbors and give to him. After that, he smiled at me. Even one time, his orchard, he get fruits from his orchard. He came to my house and presented to me. Manggis and rambutan and everything. So, sometimes giving is like that. You don't lose anything. From your possession, you just buy something, fruit or anything, just to give food to them. Just like that. See what happened. Or even better, you come to them, we want to go out and eat, come with us. See, you started. I'm doing that to my neighbors so I can use their porch and everything. Now, you do that to both of them, then you can see the result. No, both of you. You don't say to your wife, you also have to do that. Not your wife only. Seriously. Actually, when I did the akikah, my neighbor give the key of his gate for me to use his porch. I can use either one, and the other one give me key when they went away to further study in New Zealand for 3 years. So the key is with me, so I can use every time I want. But before they came back, Alhamdulillah, we do an effort. We clean the house, call the maids to clean up the house. So when they came back, they so thankful, because whatever happened in New Zealand at that time when they went away, came back to Malaysia and start to feel, why didn't I stay at New Zealand? But when they came back to their house and see it beautiful and clean, yeah, the heart is actually become comfort. What happened? Alhamdulillah. It's something that actually you have to do. That is the effort. If you want to do something, do that like that. That's, if you buy fruits, you don't lose anything. It's just 0.00% of your possession. You don't lose anything. Just give it away. A big hamper is better. Big hamper is okay. Yeah, serious. It's okay. It's okay. One thing for sure. Whatever. Maybe she have a pimple here or something. Maybe you don't know. The thing is, whatever you see from the other, try to find reason. Try to justify. Maybe it's because of this or that. When I was staying in Kota Damansara, I was working in Yayasan Taklim. I go through Mutiara Damansara and Pelangi Damansara to go that way. The sloping, one time before, the water will rise there. So I passed that place during 4 to 5 p.m. The water is already there. So I arrived at my house. So after Isha, I went out to buy something. Actually, my neighbor, the wife, she is not wearing a headscarf. So her hair is like this. Her face, if you look at her at first and she doesn't smile at you, you say that she is so proud. Doesn't want to smile back. But I know what happened. So I just asked her how many hours. She raced out 3 hours. She was stuck from Pelangi Damansara to Kota Damansara, section 10, for more than 3 hours. 3 hours. So sometimes that type of face, maybe, Allahu Alam, sembelit or consultation, maybe, you don't know. Maybe she shy, something there, like a jeragat and everything. She turned away because of that. Just let it go. People must have something. But for you to please Allah, that is the other thing. Because to just give away things like that, you don't lose anything. To buy food for your neighbors, goreng pisang, just 5 ringgit. It doesn't even, you're reducing your wealth. Just do that. Inshallah, Ta'ala will give you a comfort in your heart, and because you can let go. Because sometimes when you don't want to give, because she doesn't smile at me, why should I give something to her? That is your starting. That is wrong. So being better, be a better person. This person not like you, it's okay. But you be a better person. May Allah Ta'ala change the heart. Just try. Come, let's go. We want to go eat. Want to eat with us. There's a good restaurant. We do that until people actually become weird. But not to us, to our neighbor. So they met their colleague or their friend outside. So we are eating together. So my neighbor's friend asked, "What are they?" My neighbor. So they, "What? You're going out with your neighbor?" They're actually questioning that. But we know, because you know that your neighbor is the nearest person. Anything happen to you, you want your daughter to be safe. Doesn't have anybody to take care of her. You can contact her, contact them. Like my neighbor, once they want to go to, because his wife going into labor, and he want to send the wife to Putrajaya because already being checked there. So inside the house there are 3 more. There are 2 more. The first son and the other daughter. So they went there. So he called me, "Ustaz, can you sleep at my house? Because I'm going to send my wife to hospital." I said, "Okay." So I went there. So in the morning, when the children came out, wake up. Where's my mother? Who are you? But they know me. I said your father and your mother went to the hospital because mother is getting delivering your sister. So I have to wait. So I wait until the in-laws, the parent of the wife, came, and then I left the house. So sometimes actually you can. It's not about usage. It's not about benefit, but it become they have the feeling that they can rely on you. That is the way. So actually that is ithar, to make people to prioritize people before yourself. You have your sleep. You want to sleep, seriously. You want to sleep. You want to rest. Suddenly your neighbor asks you to do something like that. So prioritize them, inshallah, is best. Famal ithar. So ithar did the shuh. Ithar is actually the opposite of stinginess. فَإِنَ الْمُؤَثِّرُ عَلَى نَفْسِهِ تَارِكُ مَا هُوَ مُحْتَاجٌ إِلَيْهِ. Because those who prioritize others upon himself is lefting out what he actually needing it. He need that thing, but he letting it go away. وَالشَّهِيهِ, by the thing, the stingy person, harisun, is so full of مَا لَيْسَ بِيَدِهِ. He want more than whatever inside his head. فَإِذَا حَصَلَ بِيَدِهِ شَيْءٌ شَهَ عَلَيْهِ. Whenever anything came into his hand, then he will not giving it away. Not giving it away. وَالْبُخْلُ وَبَخِلَ بِإِخْرَاجِهِ. And he's stingy from giving it away. فَالْبُخْلُ ثَمَرَةُ الشُّحْ. So stinginess or kedekut or bakhil is from the thing that you prioritize yourself upon others. Is the start. وَالشَّهِي يَأْمُرُ بِالْعُرْفِ. Then all people who is actually have the shahih, the prioritizing of yourself upon others, he will surely become bakhil. Become bakhil. وَلْنَخْتِمْ حَدِيثَنَا بِهَذِا الْمَوْقِفِ الَّذِي يَدُلُّ عَلَى عَظَمَةِ نُفُوسِ الصَّحَابَةِ. And we will stop our discussion with this situation. This situation that showing the greatness of the soul of the companion. فَهُوَ لِقَيْسْ bin Saad bin Ubadah. It is about the story of Qais bin Saad bin Ubadah. وَقَدْ كَانَ مِنْ أَجْوَارِ الْمَعْرُوفِينَ. He is among the most charitable person known. Charitable person known. حَتَّى إِنَّهُ مَرِضَ مَرَّةً. Until one day, he actually become sick. One day he becomes sick. فَاسْتَبْطَ إِخْوَانُهُ فِي الْعِيَادَةِ فَسَأَلَ عَنْهُمْ. Then his brothers that he giving away, always giving, suddenly his brothers actually they late on visiting him. You know, if you do charity to others, then the person doesn't recognize you. Something will have inside your heart. فَسَأَلَ عَنْهُمْ. Then he asked about them. فَقَالُوا إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا يَسْتَحْيَوْنَ مِمَّا لَكَ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنَ الدَّيْنِ. They actually feel shy because what you have upon them from that. Because you giving them, you helping them, so they become shy to come to you. So some people say, فَقَالَ أَخْزَ اللَّهُ مَا لَا يَمْنَعُ الْإِخْوَانَ مِنَ الزِّيَارَةِ. May Allah Ta'ala blemish, put away all the possession that stopping brothers from coming to visit, from visiting the possession, the wealth that making them to stop seeing me. May Allah Ta'ala perish all the possession. So ma'amara munadiyan yunadi. Then he tell somebody to call upon people around. Man kan liqaisin alaihi mal fahu minhu fi hillin. Whoever have any possession, any things that given by Qais, then everything is being Qais is letting go all of it. It's halal. Don't have to pay back. Don't have to pay back. He told somebody, go out and tell everybody. Whoever have any possession that he will have to pay to me, it is halal. I don't want it anymore. Fama amsa hatta kasara utbata bawihi likathrati man adahu. You know, he doesn't come into the evening until the door of his house broken. Because too many people coming to his house, the door is broken. Because of that. You know, people shy to come to him, but he said, I don't want, just come. You know, he preferred about they coming to see him than about the possession that they have, about the debt that they have given, they have to pay to him. You know, the door is broken because too many people entered. The door is broken because of that. The kathrati man adahu, because of too many coming to visit him. Falillahi tilkan nufusul kabirah. Oh, because of Allah, that is surely by Allah, that is the great or the big soul. Wal akhlaqil azimati, from the great of manners. Wa aktsaru fil nasi ma aksir wa aktsaru man fil nasi min amsalihim. May Allah Ta'ala make many from among the human people like that. So, Amin. Okay, Alhamdulillah. We'll stop here, insyaAllah. May Allah Ta'ala help our brothers in Palestine. May Allah Ta'ala relieve them. May Allah Ta'ala give them victory upon their enemies. May Allah Ta'ala make all the scholars to say the truth, and also to the leaders of the people, the Muslim people, so that they make the right choice concerning whatever is happening right now. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Wallahu a'lam. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa sallam. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.